on in. Come on in. Come on in. Now come on in. Now come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Hey, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
What's going on, y'all? Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. We're back for another Bondi Blue show. We're going to get into some things, girl. Okay, hold up. All right. Can y'all hear my music in the background? Like, let me know, because I'll lower it, but I don't think you can. It's really like faint in the background. It's one of them, I gotta play jazz in the house days for me. Just always kind of makes the mood light in my house. I love that for me. Girl, I got a good show for y'all today. I do. We're gonna talk about a few things. I know it just says what's going on because I nothing I felt like was an actual like real pull, but then I came down here and I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna put that on, we're gonna put that on, we're gonna put that on. Y'all just moisturize my face for dear God. So if y'all see me looking shiny and shit. Okay. It looks shiny to me. All right. Y'all can hear it. That's great. All right. Like the video as you guys come in. Don't forget to check out our podcast for Ooh Ladies First Panel, which is on Spotify and all the places where RSS feeds podcast too, girl. So just look for the Ooh Ladies First Panel if you're trying to get the audio version of last night's episode or any of the previous. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But let's go ahead and get into the show. Let's start off with some business. Y'all know Reset by Design Wellness is the company that I advertise for, and we take luxury retreats and vacations throughout the year to various beautiful locations, and it's all orchestrated by a Black woman, okay? A Black woman who knows what other Black women like. Okay. So you guys can use my code Bondi5 if you're interested in coming to any of the upcoming retreats. We have a couples retreat coming up. We have Tulum, we have Maritas. So we have a lot of different retreats coming up soon, girl. Okay, we're going to Bali soon. Maritas will be next year, September. Tulum will be next year, April, May. Like, and then the Mexico trip, the couples trip to Riviera Maya. That trip will be in April. So, you guys gotta go and sign up. Of course, again, it's only $500 down. I want to let everybody know that. So you only have to pay a $500 deposit to start, okay? And then you can do it over time, and you can use a firm, girl. You can use a firm. You know how you use like a firm and them other like pays, kind of payment plan. Because what's the other one? Klarna. I don't know if they have Klarna, but I know they have a firm. But if you use Klarna, a firm is the same type of thing, okay? Where you can pay in portions. All right. If you're trying to go on the trip, girl, it'll spread it out for you, make it easier for you. But it's always worth it. Like, just be very clear. It's always worth it. It's our third trip coming up. I can't wait to go. I miss the girls, as I often tell y'all. So yes, use Bondi5. Somebody put it in the chat for me. Bondi5 to get 5% off. And that's in the first month. So like that's only for June. So if you sign up in June, 5% off. After June, that's over. Just so you know. Okay. So yes, y'all check it out. Come through. Yes, Maritas is in Maritas, I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure, is in Africa. Absolutely. So yeah, y'all. I can't wait. I'm super duper excited about it all. Let's go ahead and get into the show. So where I want to start. Oh, girl. It's just so much, right? It's so much going on. And we talked about a lot of things on the Ooh Ladies First panel last night. So I didn't want to like overly regurgitate anything. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to just kind of rehash some things, right? So y'all know that man that we call president and his little boo got into it, right? And so this is just an update. President Donald Trump is not interested in a call with billionaire Elon Musk to try to patch things up after their public blow up yesterday. Their feud, which started over the GOP domestic policy bill that incorporates much of Trump's agenda, has Republicans worried about potential collateral damage ahead of next year's midterms. Republican senators, for their part, are now looking for ways to cut Medicare in the GOP bill. The president, meanwhile, is expected to sign more executive orders this afternoon. Okay, so look for more of your rights to disappear. Trump is back pressuring Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell for an interest rate cut. This time, he's being even more specific, demanding an extraordinary cut of 1 full percentage point from the Federal Reserve. He is costing our country a fortune. Borrowing costs should be much lower, Trump wrote, again hurling the too late insult at Powell, who Trump appointed during his first term in office. Go for a full point, rocket fuel, he wrote in another post. Powell and the Fed have held their key interest rate steady at 4.25 to 4.5 since December. Inflation has slowly cooled toward the central bank's preferred rate of 2%, and the labor market has been steady. So Powell has stressed caution on the pace of interest rate cuts. A dramatic cut like the one Trump is calling for could reignite inflation. Typically, too, the Fed adjusts rates in see what I'm saying? I'm messing it up. Quarter point increments, unless there are extreme economic circumstances, such as the historically high inflation period of 2022 and the COVID shock. So basically, your president is trying to fuck you over, and the people that he put in place to do the job are trying to do their job and protect your self-interest to the best of their capabilities, because that's still a high-ass interest rate right there. The preferred rate is 2, and we're at 4.2. Like, what? That's wild. And he wanted, child. It's already high as fuck. It's a lot of shit that I don't really understand. I'm gonna just tell y'all when it comes to shit like that. But I try to have it's an overall understanding of how I know billionaires like to keep themselves richer and everybody else poor. So once I understand that, anything that he's trying to make happen, I'm always gonna feel like, oh, so just another way to fuck over us. Got it. But yeah, him and his boo on the internet fighting. And we knew this was going to happen. I told y'all there was going to be some infighting at some point, because once you understand rules about certain things and the rules about people like Trump, Elon, they are going to destroy themselves. People that are so obsessed with hoarding and destroying other people in such a way, like this capitalist gimme thing, eventually that's why gluttony is a sin, because whenever you take too much, eventually you're going to destroy yourself in the process of that, right? In one way or another. Because we've seen white people retain wealth over years, we assume that nothing bad happens to the wealthy, but in real life, the things that harm us all, the interpersonal shit, I think that's where they get hit up the most. And I think genetically they get hit up, because if you notice, Elon had to go through a lot in order to have all those kids. It's you're forcing something that is not happening naturally anymore. And I think that's another Mother Nature. Oh, okay, y'all thought y'all was gonna get up on me. Okay, well now a lot of y'all can't have no fucking kids. A lot of y'all having a hard time I'm making it hard for everybody. You know why? Because y'all was playing with me and y'all don't even know the rules. Y'all don't know what the earth has that affects how we have children and all of that. Because once all of these stressors get put in place, it's hard for everybody to do the shit that y'all want them to do, which is reproduce. So I'm happy about the infighting, regardless. On what is going on outside of the blogs, because people love to ignore shit and then act like, oh, it's because they're trying to distract us. Child, everything is a distraction. And that's why your ass need to learn how to multitask and pay attention to more than one thing at a time. Hello? Okay. So speaking of infighting that I was really excited about, other infighting, you guys. Let's talk about Basketball Wives for a sec. Just for a sec. It's the intro. It's the intro, girl. Roll with me, okay? I'm going to pack a punch.
Because I know, well, it's so much I have to discuss. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like I get it, like that's your girl, but you should also call her on bullshit too. And I feel like we never see her do that. Evelyn's in the wrong a lot, and Shawnee does not check her. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, and let me tell you something. The network, y'all need to stop with the bullshit because once again, you put up the back and forth with Evelyn and Armani and Auntie, and you continue to blur out that Evelyn called Auntie a cunt. Like, what are you protecting her for?
Yeah,
she called her a cunt.
Y'all are the problem. Y'all are the problem because y'all protect this woman. And we know the real. We have the screenshots. We have the paper trail of
what really happened.
Her coming from my aunt. My aunt wouldn't want to come for this woman just off GP. Like, she's coming for this woman because she got invited, accepted an invitation, and then now Evelyn want to fold up in fetal position like, oh, I'm scared. Why won't y'all defend me? She attacked me. Like, nobody want to hear all that. Like, we're going to call you out on your BS because that's nuts.
Yeah, that's when the bully gets bullied, it's not so fun, huh? But you could talk shit about everybody else. But the minute somebody says something about you, oh, why didn't you defend me? I would never let anybody talk about you. Girl, bye. And I don't even want to talk about her because she's like, in her words, a non-factor.
Yeah, I mean, she treading on thin ice because, like, I'm gonna keep it real. There's only so many buttons you could push for me when you talk about my wife.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do, nigga? What you gonna do? Y'all, I'm listen. I'll be right back, okay? Y'all support the channel. It's Friday. I know you hoes got paid.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. All right, hold up. Let me refresh right quick because my bars are low. Give me a sec. Okay. My bad, y'all. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I think that worked. So y'all, it shouldn't be no big old deal with the screen now. Okay, give me a second. I gotta pull up the story again. But we were discussing infighting, and I feel like Basketball Wives is going through the same thing, right? For years, For years, Jen stood on the sidelines and not only I feel like supported Evelyn while she was a bully to other women, but you also like played a part. You also took a role in it. You capitalized off the fact that you had a mean friend that would jump across the fucking table on your behalf. And it really is no different than you having this boy, this man, this male sit beside you and, act as if he is defending or protecting his wife, who herself has been a bully. And this is why I feel like you shouldn't be so okay with when it's done to other people, because it always comes back around to you. It always comes back around to you. You were a bully and now you're being bullied. Also, we told y'all that Shawnee wasn't shit years ago. That's why it's crazy that she would become a pastor's wife, because the type of disassociating mean girl shit that Shawnee did on Basketball Wives for years, when it came to Tammy, when it came to a lot of other women on the show, when it came to OG, the way she handles things is, I don't care about anybody but the people I care about. So I don't know how that translates to the Lord. I don't know how that translates to Jesus and all of this and being a pastor's wife. It's weird as fuck.
She attacked me like nobody want to hear all that. Like, we're going to call you out on your BS, because that's nuts.
Yeah,
That's
when the
crazy.
bully gets bullied, it's not so fun, huh? But you could talk shit about everybody else. But the minute somebody says something about you, oh, why didn't you defend me? I would never let anybody talk about you. Girl, bye. And I don't even want to talk about her, because she's like,
With the
and her words
personality
are
of
not
a
factor.
pencil. Come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, she treading on thin ice, because like I'm gonna keep it real. There's only so many buttons you could push for me when you talk about my wife.
Because I know, well,
And that shit, oh, my wife, boy, bye. Boy, bye. You are enjoying being in the limelight. Y'all are enjoying getting attention from this shit. But see, if nobody was actually watching y'all anymore, I don't think that he would actually be giving a fuck about Jen. I think whenever this runs its course, he's going to be done with her and he's going to move on to the next, because he's an opportunistic man looking for a woman to use for an opportunity. That's what he's doing, love. Speaking of men using women for opportunities, AT Alien spoke with Simon Guobadia. Let's hear what Miss Michelle Brown had to say.
For the record, I had asked him how they had been treating him in Camp ICE, because he said he'd been in Camp ICE, and I thought that was funny. And I was like, how they been treating you? And at this point, he's on the second leg, like he's out of Fort Stewart, he's in Atlanta, he's getting ready to be, transported to Nigeria. So
as I said to you earlier, with a friend, I said when they got here, they put me in special protective custody, which is a fancy name for vacation. For 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh no.
For the 20.
they put him in segregation because he was a public figure, and it was supposed to be for his safety. But them people in there didn't know him. Them Latinos in there, the Mexicans and Asians, they didn't know him. Okay, they didn't have a whole lot of Nigerians in there.
3-hour lockdown. So I've been doing time for no crime.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's gonna be over soon.
For the record, I had asked him how they had been treating him in Camp ICE, because he said he'd been in Camp ICE, and I thought that was funny. And I was like, how they been treating you? And at this point, he's on the second leg, like he's out of Fort Stewart, he's in Atlanta, he's getting ready to be, transported to Nigeria. So
as I said to you earlier, with a friend, I said when they got here, they put me in special protective custody, which is a fancy name for vacation. For 40 days and 40 nights.
Child, like Jesus or whoever, girl, not Jesus, Moses. Bitch, what Bible story had us out here for 40 days, 40 nights? Anyway, so let me be very clear. I feel like Simon should be exported out of the country because he has a history of scamming, lying, and coming back and forth in this country like unlawfully, but then also coming here and doing illegal shit, right? I don't like Portia, but I also don't like that any man feels like he can use the court system against a woman, first of all. But specifically, if you're not even really a U.S. citizen and you able to come here and use our court system to abuse this bird ass bitch that you didn't, got in your hooks. I feel like I would rather there be due process, but the way he's kind of like been able to keep averting throughout the years, like this has been going on for like decades with Simon, like not doing the proper things to be here, lying, changing names, going back home, then coming back under a different name, starting, businesses, I guess, then scamming people, like, a lot of shell company type shit going on, as Tisa tells. So, like, I just kind of feel like he's a scammer. And I feel like people that are here in our country that are doing this type of illegal shit should especially be sent back over there to their own countries, especially if they're not escaping any type of, prosecution. Meaning, and I mean prosecution like, people trying to kill him over there and there's some some unrest going on. Like, that's not what's going on with him. Nigeria is fine for the most part. You just over here because it's easier to scam people over here than it is over there. Okay. That's really what it is. Okay. Yes, he's a professional at this shit. So I feel like he should definitely be like on his way out of here. Period. And the people that like are actual citizens, I feel like they actually need to be in jail. So, I feel like I'm being across the board with this situation. Okay. Just because I feel like he's being swept up in what's going on. And I think it just so happens that he deserves to get swept up in what's going on. Like, so yeah, he was denied citizenship. And it's because of all the years that he spent coming back and forth under different names. Like, he's been trying to evade the law of the situation since the 80s, since Portia was sperm in her daddy's balls. Okay. But that's interesting. He's going to be on his way out. Speaking of, other, toxic narcissists, there are faves. Okay. They're all over the place. We love it. Tyrese. Y'all know, I feel like Tyrese is one of the biggest like online narcissists like ever. And there are so many people who would disagree with me about it. And I'm like, are you paying attention? So Tyrese is getting real about his relationship with longtime girlfriend influencer Zelly Timothy. After reposting Halle Berry's recent comments about not needing to be married to validate the love she has for her man, singer Van Hunt, Tyrese opened up about his own relationship and asked Zelly to give him grace as they figure things out. He wrote in part, 2 for me, 3 for her, is the institution of marriage dead. He continued, can we ever get to a place where we feel whole in a relationship and feel like you are truly in love and have your person without marrying them when marriage in itself caused so much trauma and pain? Tyrese shared that he and Zelly have been having a lot of conversations about marriage, divorce, settling in, figuring it out, and pointed to his ongoing legal battle as a major source of anxiety. My marriage coming up on 5 years is still, I repeat, still not officially finalized. Imagine that. He concluded, Zelly, please continue to be patient with me. So I feel like Halle Berry is doing the right thing. I think that Tyrese is one of those men that seeks an opportunity to like level the playing field. It's always like, see, women do it too. See, when women say it, y'all fine with it, but when men do it, it's a problem. No. That's not where we're at. That's not where I'm at anyway in 2025. Yeah, no, I don't think Zelly should want to marry Tyrese, and I don't think that Halle Berry should want to marry Van Hunt. I think it is lovely that he wanted to marry her. I think that's lovely. The gesture of taking someone seriously and wanting to commit to them, that's lovely. Okay, that's amazing. But when it all boils down to it, no, I don't think either one of them should. Tyrese, if you want to protect your money by not getting married, that's what you should do. I'm not upset about that at all. My issue is when you go and marry people and have babies with them, and then you don't want to give them the appropriate amount of money that they should be getting based on how much you make, simply because you're not fucking them anymore and you're a stingy, vengeful Capricorn man. Okay. So yeah, no, I can't get jiggy with that shit. Cause I feel like if you have money, if you're making $100,000 to $200,000 a month, you really shouldn't be arguing with giving those women $10K a month each. Like it really shouldn't be that bad for you if you're making $100,000 to $200,000 a month. And the fact that Tyrese will always get online trying to garner sympathy from broke niggas, that's always a red flag to me. That's always a red flag to me. So that's another reason why I can't fuck with Tyrese. But I also feel like the long tangents, like Tyrese is an energy suck. He's an energy suck. Like that's what it would feel like to listen to him online. And so I am worried for Zelly. You know, I'm worried for her. I hope that she's okay. Like, look how long this message is, you guys. Like, look how long this is. Like, is love really about the ring and the dress and random speeches at weddings? Or should a man, woman respect the traumas and financial bloodbaths? Like, you referring to paying those women $10K a month each for your daughters with them when you make 100 to 200K a month is not a fucking bloodbath. You're ridiculous. That one is experienced and allowed them the space to figure it out. I want to make sure I'm being clear. Me and Zelly have been having a lot of conversations about marriage, divorce, settling in, figuring it out. My anxiety has been my marriage coming. Okay, so don't get married. Don't get married. There are so many fears of the unknown. Halle Berry happens to be my sister and a good friend. You always acting like you cool with people that really just smile and shake their head because they scared of getting into, getting cornered in a room with you because you're going to be talking their fucking head off and exhausting them and all that. I know niggas like Tyrese. They tiring to be around, even for a few minutes. If I'm being honest with you, there's no one in the world, is more happy for Halle Berry than me because her glow is the glow that's worth loving. Like, look at you trying to cause triangulation with your girl. Because to me, him even saying this shit right here is meant to pedestalize Halle Berry for not wanting to get married, which is so fucking weird for you to do. She's a grown-ass woman that has been through a lot with men, and I feel like you're like attaching yourself onto her to make it seem like y'all are the same, and I hate when niggas do that because I feel like you're probably emotionally and mentally abusing Zelly in a relationship. Like, I don't have any doubts in my mind about it. It's really hard and very fragile and uber sensitive to have conversations about getting married when we all look forward to the ultimate level of love, and yet a chosen few of us have loved almost kill us. I really hate the way he continues to over exaggerate and basically make himself seem like a victim of an abuser because those women wanted child support from the man they were married to after they had a child with him. You have to pay attention to language. Everybody acts like words don't matter. Words fucking matter. And when a man continues to put into our heads as the viewing public that love almost killed him and it was a bloodbath, these over exaggerations that he's using is a way to downplay whenever people actually do go through dangerous situations. I hope Zelly is okay because I know everybody loves to think because somebody posting, pictures and videos of themselves looking good, that means that they're happy. And we come to find out that is not the case at all. The ego is easing God out. If you agree, say amen. I don't know what that means. I think I know what he meant, but I also feel like, sir, you are full of ego. And I think you're trying to impress on Zelly through this passive aggressive ass message that she should wait on you, or she should be patient with you, or she should take whatever you want to give her because y'all are in love and you've been traumatized. You're a grown ass man. You asking for pity for what you've been through in relationships that you created from a child in essence. Like, she's not a child, but compared to him when it comes to relationship expertise or just having a lot of life experience, I feel like his level of life experience is way above hers. And then he's asking her to have all of this empathy and sympathy for him as if he's not the older, more secure, more established adult male. Infantilizing himself in a relationship with someone so much younger than him also seems very toxic to me. I want to play a clip for y'all before we move on from Tyrese, because girl, y'all know I got a lot of shit for y'all. Okay, I be out here searching the ether for y'all to find shit for y'all that I feel like will tap into the the collective aha, right? Because I think we all need the aha. Or just as we see all these triggering abusive tactics being used on the internet in order to victimize Black women because y'all are mad about the 92% shit. Everybody's mad that you can't keep acting like Black women aren't the shit. Like, y'all are mad. Some of the Black men, some of the weird bitches, the white people, everybody that hates Black women are like mad because the statistics show all of the bullshit y'all spew about us is inaccurate. The statistics continue to show that we we have a better handle on life than a lot of you motherfuckers. Okay. I'm just because it be weird bitches. That's what it be. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't be no cool bitches. It be weird bitches. You gotta worry about them hoes. Like, bitch, you weird. Why you acting like this? You don't have a dick. What is the issue? Okay. But I feel like, y'all can come to me and feel like somebody is sane and somebody saw it and somebody got it and somebody understands it. And you don't have to worry about me being like, completely ignorant of how fucked up things are. Because I feel like at this point, the shit is exhausting. That's what social media feels like. Just an unsafe space for anybody to be that's like living real life. Like, unsafe, bitch. Unsafe. Okay? I wish I had known this when I was younger. So this is why I'm playing this clip from another creator. And Laura Richards, and crime analyst. They do a podcast. They have popped up on my feed a couple of times. So I recently followed them. And the content is great. And I feel like it is a intelligent conversation about what we're seeing all over the place. And I also feel like because it's being had by white women, it should show y'all that these are not Black people problems the way y'all think they are. Because I often hear that from a lot of other content creators when we have these conversations. Black people are having a 50-50 argument. Black people are having a gender war conversation. And I'm just like, well, it's more than just a gender war conversation. I think that's a way to trivialize something that has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, like thousands maybe. Like, this is not new. The oppression of women and anything outside of a binary has been the course of history for thousands of years. This is not new shit just because y'all are hearing it talked about online, because y'all are seeing it be talked about by women who are now free enough to be able to do so. Because if you think women wouldn't have been doing this shit in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, if they had social media like we do, if they had freedoms like we do now, the women back then would have been saying the same shit we're saying now. This is not a new conversation. It's not. To me, when you watch movies and television shows, go watch some shit from the 80s and the 90s and go watch how the conversation is the same. I think I posted it on my community page. High Fidelity. High Fidelity. I saw the show when Zoe Kravitz remade the show, but the original movie High Fidelity is something that everybody needs to go watch so you can understand how these niggas be thinking. Stop convincing yourself that, oh my God, they don't know what they're doing. It's a mistake. Let's let the crime analyst talk to you guys for a sec.
The butterflies is an early warning sign that there's a problem. But the Hollywood movies, right, the romantic movies, even the Disney movies, it's all about sweeping a woman off her feet, and you might get 9 no's and then there's a yes. Well, that's boundary erosion. So, and when you're younger, you feel that being pursued, oh, they're interested in me, I'm really special. But actually what it shows you is that they're willing to cross your boundaries. They don't take no for an answer. And that is the setup. And it's going to become a big problem throughout the rest of the relationship. Because what they've learned, if they do turn you, what they've learned is that they can make 9 no's become a yes. And the more she resists, the more they enjoy it, because it's that thrill of the chase. And that's what you see often with coercive controllers and psychopaths. And they love that challenge. And then there's a real change once they get you under their control. And that leaves you feeling very confused, because one minute you're on a pedestal and the next minute they're saying things and doing things that are so confounding. The butterflies is an early warning sign that there's a problem.
I just wanted to point that out because I wish I had known that when I was younger, that the butterflies are, because recently in my adult years, that has been true. It has not felt like, ooh, butterflies, excitement. It's felt like anxiety. I want to throw up. It hasn't been a good feeling. It hasn't left me feeling lifted. And now that I really, really know what it's like to enjoy exchanging energy with people in a mutually beneficial way, now that I have many examples of what that feels like. Now that I am looking back, I'm just like, oh my God, like I wish I had known better. And a lot of the times we don't know better. That's why we have these conversations. So when we're talking about Holly and DDG, yes, we're talking about something going on in real time, but it's timeless. It's timeless. There's a story like this that we've already been to the end of. There's a story like this that's just beginning. And the people that can see how this is going to turn out, we can see the non-linear aspects of this, meaning that we can see the beginning signs of things that will eventually end up happening. And we try to warn or try to talk about it. And then everybody's like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. And you get the pick-me's wanting to argue about every little thing and trying to, oh, she's just as bad and all of that shit. That's another thing that this lady talked about. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna have to go look for it again because I thought that I had saved it. But hold up, let me see. Red flag. Told them to stop. Women don't do this to themselves. Subtle signs of coercive control. I think it's the women don't do this to themselves one.
Ellen did have 20 stab wounds. 10 were to the back of her neck and her head.
It's not this one. It's not this one. I'm sorry, y'all. Because she also talks about other stories. Like it's not, she talks about Diddy and stuff, but other stories all over the world. Ciao. Is it I didn't do it?
The boy or the man's narrative holds much more weight and value. He didn't do it. Oh, okay. Well, she says he did. Okay, we need, 200 pieces of evidence. We need, witnesses. We need all these things, but he can just say, I didn't do it. And I think that adolescence draws you into that. Episode 1, where you see the police using this, extreme entry. Then you see this little boy in bed and your sympathy is there for him. And then you see the video of him doing it. But there's still a part of you, and I defy anyone to say that you didn't think this, that little voice thinks, maybe it was one of his friends. Maybe it wasn't Jamie. And you try and find ways for it not to be him, right? But you don't really care about her. But I think
okay, you don't really care about her. That wasn't it, but that was a good one too. Like if y'all saw that show Adolescence, they talked at length about that. Oh, I'm so mad that I didn't save it. I thought I did. But it talks about it's not what they describe it as, like all of this blaming the victim and shit. Let me see.
What you need to look for is whether their behavior, actions, and language are consistent and congruent.
That was a good one too, child. That's not it. I'm sorry, y'all. This was an interesting one too about what Stockholm syndrome actually meant. I'm telling y'all should go follow this lady. Her content's crazy. Her content's crazy good. Double standard.
This is the double standard. I can have many relationships, but you can't. And a lot of victims see that double standard. They will question it to begin with. And as Sean Combs said, I'm Puff Daddy. I have many rules. So you have to abide by my rules. And if not, you're out. And Cassie feeling, I really want to be with him. He could get another woman in my space and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do what he says. But that double standard with a fear of consequence, i.e. when she left in LA, there was a full-on physical assault. That was a very clear showing her, this is what I'm capable of. and therefore she would think twice again before she tried to leave him.
Well, allegedly, when he was caught on video in the hotel, they were doing a freak off and he had already beaten her, and that's when she tried to leave. And so part of the argument that I've heard is, how can you say, why didn't she leave? You have a video of her trying to leave.
Girl, it's infuriating. So this is also me showing y'all that the white women are not on the same. Like, I don't know why everybody talks about white women like they're not peeping it. The white women are peeping it, okay? But I say all that to say, as women, when you have these attitudes that show no empathy towards other women like yourself, it really is starting to show me that y'all don't love yourselves. You don't love yourself if you don't have empathy for another woman. Because so often what it'll translate to is there are a lot of women who have been through these same things, but they've made themselves the bad guy. They've believed the lie that was told to them about whatever happened in their life. And so when they get online and they keep trying to make this false equivalency, that's what the video was, the abuser. Call him a fucking abuser. Okay, I'm not gonna go looking for it, but call him a fucking abuser. All of this like mincing words and trying to make it seem like it's an abusive relationship or trying to make it seem like it's both of them. That is not the case usually. And whenever we talk about men having physical strength in a situation, just off general purposes of a man being the stronger one in a situation, a woman hitting a man is not always the same as a man hitting a woman. And that's not to say that women don't abuse men and don't do weird ass shit. That's not to discredit that. But when we actually have situations where you see that the guy is stronger than the girl is going through something, says she's going through something like postpartum, the Halle Bailey situation, and y'all still find a way to make the girl the bad guy no matter what. It's wild, and it just makes me feel like you don't love yourself, like you don't have any empathy for yourself. Like if you were in that situation, as fucked up as it may feel, you would feel like it was your fault too. And for the women that follow me that I can catch y'all before y'all fall down that stupid ass lane that y'all want to fall down. If that's you and you show a lack of empathy for other Black women in general, and it's because you don't really show a lot of empathy towards yourself, I want you to rethink that. Some of the comments that people make just let me know that they are okay with people abusing them, so they want you to be okay with it. Instead of always feeling hurt or triggered because somebody is showing you that there's a better way, you feel bad about it. Like, oh, there was a better way and I didn't know. So now I'm mad at myself and now I feel judged. Bitch, can't nobody see you. It's okay for you to just take in the message, self-reflect. You know what I'm saying? Or leave it. But the way y'all engage with the content often shows me a desperation to project whatever your lack of worth is on other people. Right? And that's what I feel like is happening with old girl here, Milagro Grams. Okay? And the reason why I say that, let's talk. Milagro Grams has allegedly officially been silenced after a Florida federal judge just hit her with a gag order after Megan Thee Stallion's legal team claimed her post could lead to violence. She's now allegedly banned from speaking on Megan, Tory Lanez, the ongoing case, or any related evidence on any platform, including Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. This comes as Milagro, real name Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, faces serious accusations, including defamation, cyber stalking, and causing emotional distress. And to make matters worse, her second attorney just dipped out on her. Now she has until June 12th to either hire a new attorney or let the court know she's representing herself. If she doesn't, a default judgment could be entered against her without any further notice. The court had already given her an extension for the original deadline, which was May 23rd, but she was granted 3 extra weeks. So this is when you want to be, such a pick-me. There's also a reflection of how you feel about yourself, right? I don't care what nobody's talking about. It's a reflection of how Milagro feels about herself. So now, because she's been told you can't be a pick-me, woman-hating, bitch on the internet when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion, now she wants to do it with Holly and DDG. Now she wants to do it with Holly. Now she wants to do it with Holly and DDG because she can't do it with Megan anymore Now she's talking about Holly and DDG, and this exact same, it's the woman's fault. I'm going to center the man. I'm going to view myself as the man, even though I am more likely to be the woman being dogged out by a nigga during postpartum. That is more than likely the situation for most regular, degular, schmegular women, is that they will deal with men being disrespectful, harming them, or all of a sudden seeing them at a disadvantage while pregnant or after having a baby and exploiting that fact. That is normally the case. You can look at the numbers. You can look at the stats about it. But instead, this is what Milagro Cooper gets on the internet to say.
A nigga, and you playing with my freedom, and you doing all this bullshit, I'm not about to play with you like that. Bye. Go ahead. Go ahead. And people, too many bitches are trying to manipulate a nigga with a child. That's what I'm saying. I think a nigga should like fight for his family, but when shit gets unbalanced and unreasonable, and your freedom is on the line, and people making wild ass accusations, and this shit more of a headache than anything else, and if a court is gonna put you in a predicament to only be able to see your fucking child for 6 hours, supervised, y'all can have that shit. No, I wouldn't subject myself to that. No.
And that means you don't care about your child. It's not about really seeing the child. That's what that means, babe. If you don't care enough to do what is required of you until you can get back to a point of having full custody, if you don't have the patience, the forethought, the maturity, and the wherewithal to do what is being asked of you until you can get to a better spot, that means you don't really care about the baby. And it's really all to just be vengeful, get back at, you know what I'm saying? Be vengeful against Holly.
What fucking father deserves that if they ain't harm their child?
I think y'all don't know what harm means sometimes. I think, especially, the millennials, y'all don't, coming from being a millennial, a lot of y'all don't know what harm means. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. You really don't. You don't know what harm means to a kid. Because a lot of y'all do toxic, fucked up things around y'all kid. Y'all say toxic, fucked up things around y'all kid all the time. And as soon as somebody say something about it, you mad because somebody telling you how to be a mama.
So I'll let her take that baby, go on about your business, and I'm finna go live my life. And I might have another child. You can't replace nobody, but I might move the fuck on. Like, yeah. And don't say shit to me. Go on. That's what you wanted. Go on. Who gonna suffer more?
It's not, girl, what? The baby. But not really. I know, love. I know I blocked you, and I'll block you again. I'll block you again. So keep it cute in the comments, and I won't block you here. But whenever people, we're having these serious conversations, and women are like, ha ha ha, you're so angry, ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm gonna block you because I'm not dealing with that. I don't have to deal with that. You feel me? I figured you would show up at some point to let me know. So yeah, just keep it cute. But no, you're blocked on Instagram. That's just where it's at.
More. I didn't say everybody don't suffer. Who gonna suffer more? The baby. Y'all be wanting to be single mothers so fucking bad. Go ahead.
Girl, it's her acting like that's punishment. Girl, that's not punishment.
I wouldn't be simped up playing with you bitches like that. You ain't finna hold no baby over my head.
Why she sound like a nigga is the question for me.
Right. Bitch, I'll be counting down the minutes till that baby turn 18. I think you should still like, bitch, write letters. Still buy Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and shit. Bitch, pull up on the 18th birthday with a U-Haul. I've been waiting on you, little nigga. What's up? But if I was a nigga,
right, because that's
and you playing with my freedom.
After all the hard work has been done. After all the hard work has been done. That's when you show up with a bunch of gifts, right? After all the emotional labor has been done. It's like niggas really be trying to like escape from the responsibilities of having to actually do the hard shit, which is the slow shit, the mundane shit, the everyday shit. Like, it is wild. Yeah, no, I think that that's a very toned down way to say we have different opinions. I don't feel like that. I personally feel like there are certain opinions that are problematic. And if you are online validating and using your social media platform in any capacity to embolden abusers, to aid and support abusers, to consistently try to make it seem as if abusers and their victims are on level playing field, I feel like that is a tactic of abuse. And so because I recognize that that's a tactic, I don't have to be okay with your lack of knowledge or empathy about the situation. I don't have to deal with that from you just because you claim to like me. Like, that's great, but if I don't want to see what I feel like is a ill-informed opinion, I don't have to. You feel me? Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Can I find this clip I'm looking for? Maybe it's on the other page, y'all. I'm so mad that I did not save what I not save. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Is it on her page? Oh, oh. I guess I'm gonna have to just repost it when I find it later. But it's this conversation about the word just about the way y'all are always trying to like level things off and make it seem like one person is both people are doing the same thing. Both people are doing the same thing. And I just kind of feel like that's usually not the case. That's usually not the case. It's usually not both people are doing this. It's usually somebody's the abuser, somebody's the victim. And in the calamity of what that is like, to be in relation to and be attached to an abuser is to then take on a lot of their characteristics. It does not change the dynamics of the relationship. And so because I recognize it as such, I don't have to deal with it just because y'all haven't gotten to that level yet. Like I don't have to deal with seeing y'all talk shit to me about, oh, it's just a difference of opinion. It's not really a difference of an opinion. It's your mindset on a subject matter that causes more harm than good. It's problematic. So yes, Meg the Stallion told Milagro to shut up. So now Milagro is online talking about DDG and Holly. And I feel like that's more of a signifier than any of the way people are using these very real people as opportunities to keep everybody in line with this patriarchal bullshit. Like everybody is like battery in the back, computer is computer in the brain. The patriarchy, the pick-meism has all been downloaded onto your chip. And you're just online and in spaces making sure that you're keeping everybody in line with the rules of patriarchy. He's not an abuser. It's both of them. Even though we've consistently seen him being the person doing weird shit on the internet. But we're going to ignore all of the facts of the situation. We're going to ignore all of the constant displays by him to showcase that something is really wrong with him. We've seen Holly try to get help, do things behind the scenes. We've seen Holly try to deal with her issues in a healthy manner, and we've seen him exploit that. That's very simple to me. That's very, very simple to me. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I wanted to go to DDG next, right? Which one are we on? We're on this one. Okay. ZDG says, now I know how Michael Jackson felt being famous. Shit crazy. So y'all remember yesterday when we were mad at Dr. Umar's daughter for saying that being famous was a burnout, and everybody was like, girl, who you think you are? And I was like, that's not the vibe I was getting. The vibe I was getting is I'm tired of just basic regular people knowing who I am, and I'm not used to that, which is a real thing. When you go viral, like that's a very like weird feeling to go through, being a person with anonymity and nobody knowing you, to then people who you don't know knowing you and coming up to you on the street and them being aware of who you are and you peeping it. They're not saying that. Like all of that shit is weird ass energy sometimes. And I feel like people who don't understand it always have like this very I don't give a fuck opinion. I also feel like y'all look at Black women with a lack of empathy, even as Black women. And that was like an example of that to me, because everybody was just so simply to, oh, bitch, please. You think you higher than somebody when all she was saying was, I'm tired of people knowing who I am and putting my address on the internet. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Okay. Which I feel like she's entitled to feel that way. That's not that much of a leap when it comes to egotistical type of shit. Like, it's not giving delusions of grandeur. This nigga is giving delusions of grandeur. Just because people know you does not put you on the level of Michael Jackson. It's giving major delusion. And I know what people are going to say, oh, he's just trolling. At what point do we stop saying dumb shit to get negative responses from people? At what point is the maturity going to be required? Especially because y'all seem to think that he's a good father. And then when we show you all of these examples of how this dude is not mature, he's not emotionally safe. Like, it's just all of these like examples in real life of a nigga being unhinged, not healthy, narcissistic, an asshole, all about himself, vengeful, manipulative. Like, you see all of these tactics being used by him without any help from Holly. But still, y'all are on the internet. It's both of them. That is abuse. And that's why I was calling people abusers who were defending him. Diddy, I'm calling you an abuser. You are. And if you don't like how that feels to be called an abuser, maybe you should check your actions. Check how you're moving. Assess your fucking self. This is him on the internet talking about this shit again. Mind you, let me remind all of you, Holly has not gotten on the internet to say a fucking thing since her child was at Kai Cenat's house and she did not know about it. And then she could not get in contact with him because he was not answering her about her child, about her baby's whereabouts. She has not said a thing. Here he is, once again, pontificating to the fucking internet.
Realistically, everything can really be fixed just with like a simple conversation, but far past gone that shit. So
you mean like let's make a schedule? You mean like let's make a schedule? Daryl, I need you to meet with my lawyer so you can make a schedule? You mean like that? Y'all read what y'all want to out of that fucking paperwork and out of them text messages, bruh. Y'all read what y'all wanted to. I think y'all are so thirsty to make the women in these situations the bad guy that you're excusing the male's behavior. And even if we were to say that the woman is guilty of all of this shit y'all are talking about, the man is still guilty of it as well. And what y'all are asking for is for it to be canceled out. Oh, yeah, he did these things, but she did these things too. So it doesn't matter. It's only the baby we have to worry about. It's a way for you to cancel out an abuser with the reactive abuse from his victim. That's what it is. When I'm not arguing with stupid people on the internet, I see this shit very clearly. And I've been seeing it for the longest. And every time something happens, I feel like I get another check on the list of that nigga's an abuser. Not only based on psychology and books and history and personal examples of it, but people repeatedly telling their stories on the internet all over the place, and in my own personal relationships with my friends, and how niggas act whenever a woman they was trying to control with a baby shakes their ass off.
you gotta do all this little lame shit, but it is what it is. But I don't want y'all to feel bad for me. I'm cool. Trust me. This is just my time where I can just put my head down and just work and set myself and my family up for the future. So I'm gonna just stop talking. I just got clipped. Fuck. Realistically, everything can really be fixed just with like a simple conversation, but far past gone that shit. So you got.
I think DG reportedly won sole custody, claims Haley isn't mentally healthy enough to take care of the 1-year-old. Also alleges Haley tried to have an abortion behind his back, but she didn't go through with it. I don't like, to me, the things that he's bringing up, the things he's bringing up to use against her, Like, that's another thing. Who the fuck brings up that somebody was thinking about having an abortion when we all know that she should have, so she wouldn't be dealing with you? Anything to not have been dealing with you. I hope, to me, I don't even like this story is going to end up however it's going to end up. And what I mean by that is whatever is going to happen is going to happen. The conversations I'm having about this shit is to call a thing, to combat those of you who don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because it's very triggering to people who have been abused to see some of this shit being said when you know exactly what the fuck going on because you've been through it yourself. So all of the little subtle signs you've seen, you know, you feel it. You know what you're looking at. And somebody who don't know what the fuck they talking about is on the internet talking about everything but the full scope, the full picture. Picking out any little thing they want to pick out to try to make it seem like, oh, y'all aren't seeing what y'all are seeing. Y'all have to look at both sides. We have looked at both sides. Y'all just don't want to see it for what it is. You don't want to see it for what it is because the victim has to be perfect. Holly has to be perfect in order for y'all to feel like something is wrong with this goofy ass dude. And that's the fucking problem. That is the fucking problem. Nobody has to be a perfect victim in order for somebody to victimize them. Y'all are not okay. Not y'all, but y'all. Hey, what's going on, Yocrates? Thank you for the super chat. Live. Keep doing your big one all the time. Okay, doing my work. But yeah, I'm really over talking about these people because I'm done with arguing with people who I feel like don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they just want so badly for this to be a mutual situation, and I don't understand why, especially after all of this time of them going back and forth and him consistently coming on the internet, him consistently doing immature, vengeful, fucked up things. Manipulative things. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, girl. Listen, I need to go. I'm really thinking about it. I'm really putting it, in my mind if I really want to try to go back to school and get this goddamn degree, just so that y'all won't be able to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I would love to have more language to prove y'all wrong with. I would love to have more vocabulary to prove y'all wrong with. Okay? And really, it's not even about proving y'all wrong. It's about waking up the people that need to hear it so that they can have a better experience. And it's also meant to help people who I feel like you don't know what's going on and you're in a fog when you're in it. And it's not until somebody puts language to it that you can emotionally free yourself from whatever is trapping you. And a lot of times in these relationships, you don't know what the fuck is happening. You really don't. You don't know what's happening. You're confused. And somebody is playing off of your emotions at every turn, trying to manipulate and control your emotional responses. As soon as she does anything in like, y'all are going to act like, oh, it's always been her. We told you. I'm sorry. I don't agree. He took a picture of her bed and sent it to her. He's threatening her. He's threatening her, letting her know he can always get to her. He can always get in her house if he feels like it. And apparently she had video footage of a Ring camera of him doing just that in order for her to get the restraining order in the first place. Now, we'll go through all of this once their court case is brought back up. But essentially, I feel like it's a lot of people just wanting Holly to be the bad guy. You just want her to be the bad guy. And that's your business. But I don't have to go along, with that. Like, I don't have to go. This is another example of that. I'll never forget what it was like arguing with bitches over this situation. And this is just some Love and Hip Hop Miami shit. Like, a lot of y'all might not even know about who these people are and what the fuck happened. But this is Gunplay. This is Gunplay and his ex-wife, Von Shay, who is much younger than him. And she was obviously in an abusive relationship with this man. This man was on drugs. This man was older than her. This man was career criminal, thug, rapper, thirsty nigga, meaning like you over there dick riding on Rick Ross. You're one of these men that love the street lifestyle to the point that you've internalized it as a part of your personality. You're unsafe for anybody to be around, but you know how to talk real nice. and you know how to mac on women for a select amount of time. But if y'all notice, those niggas can't even mac the way they used to because now women are smarter. So now that women are smarter, these niggas show themselves quicker because as soon as somebody disagrees with them or gives them a side eye or doesn't allow them to say some stupid shit, they blow up and lose their shit. So let's get into it.
And on house arrest 21 months, you out. You was on Love and Hip Hop, thriving, and then boom, the unimaginable, the unthinkable happens. This was from the Miami Herald headline. Miami rapper Gunplay accused of pointing an AK-47 at his wife while she held their baby.
Who does that, bro?
But did you ever think that this is your reality right now?
Yeah. Like, I was just at Fleming Steakhouse the night of, and like a couple hours later, I woke up and I was like in a cell with 2 bologna sandwiches in a jumper. I couldn't understand what just happened. You know what I'm saying? She like just flipped the switch like out of nowhere. And you know, hindsight is 20/20. When I just look at overall, I did my research, okay? And the things that she fell under were NPD. That's narcissistic personality disorder.
Okay.
And it's a real disorder that people don't go get diagnosed for.
You've been on house arrest 21 months. You out. You was on Love and Hip Hop, thriving, and then boom, the unimaginable, the unthinkable happens. This was from the Miami Herald headline. Miami rapper Gunplay.
Because they don't feel that nothing's wrong. They live in their own bubble, their own reality. They have their own delusions, and that's a protective shell around them. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever happened when they was younger, they put a protective shell around them, and so they can't feel that pain no more of whatever abuse happened or
like a trauma
response type stuff. So they live in a delusion. I always knew I was going to be vindicated because I didn't do anything, but I just knew that this was going to be a process I was going to have to go through by myself. This was going to be a spiritual journey that I was going to have to go through by myself. It wasn't going to be no money or nothing that was really going to get me through this. This was a spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that once the judge I see that she was 100% blatantly biased. And then that's when I said, yeah, this is way bigger than me. This is bigger than the program. So I just sat back and I gave it to a higher court. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't feel that. And I just sat back and ate my popcorn and watched the good and evil battle it out in room 6-3 in Delancey's courtroom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know, my mother was there on every hearing with a Bible, and we was just prayed up. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much lies, I mean, I'm talking about, she even said, when I told her, I said, listen, God is watching you. God is going to handle you. You're lying. God is watching you. You lying. She said she filed a motion, witness intimidation, because the God that I was talking about, she said, was Trap God Lito, because she says, I call him God and that's my hitman. And if you look on his Instagram, his name is Trap God. In the middle, it says God. Yes. Yeah. So she says, yeah, he calls him God and that's his hitman. And I just sat back.
So he's basically saying that she was lying. She's a narcissist. And she was making shit up about him. Now, that would all be well and good if we had not seen him in a previous season with a whole nother girlfriend being abusive towards her as well. But okay. Let's go back. Is it going to pull it up? Okay, hold up. Here we go. So this is back then, August 2023.
That's going to cut up here in a minute.
So she's talking about turning his service off because he's in there playing that game.
All right, y'all. So let me get off because she said my phone is gonna cut off.
Okay, so that was one of the clips. Gunplay's wife says she's filing for divorce following his arrest for pointing a gun at her while she was holding their baby. Let me see, because there was another video. I'm mad I can't find. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that video. Because there was a video of it, like with her holding a baby. Let me see. Because y'all know how they be making it hard to find shit. It be making it hard to find shit. I'm mad that I don't see the video nowhere, but I absolutely remember seeing her in a bonnet and a robe, holding a baby, and he was like screaming and shit. Where is it at? Either way, she said she was held at gunpoint. I believe at some point somebody removed it. It looks like it was removed because when I'm pulling it up on Instagram, it's saying that the post it isn't available anymore. Yeah, that's very, very interesting. Before niggas come out to do these women lying on me, even though I show you in every way possible with my own actions that I'm exactly who she says I am. It's always some shit that we know was on the internet before. Now all of a sudden we can't find this shit. It's always some shit like that. But either way, I thought that was so interesting the way he got up here on Beyonce's internet to tell us that he's not the person we thought he was. What it looked like to me, she had a brand new baby and she was trying to, take care of her baby, trying to get her baby to go to sleep. And he's in there playing Call of Duty, spazzing the fuck out. Like, screaming and hollering at the game. I don't know if y'all have ever been around niggas that do that, but my daddy used to do that. Not at an actual video game, but watching sports games. Like, flipping the fuck out. Scream, out of nowhere. And everybody thinks that shit is okay, but it's really not. Like, it kind of keeps you on edge. Like, if you're used to, like, jumping because you're scared, like that, because if somebody's yelling, they might be about to hit somebody, and then they do it for sports all the time, that shit's triggering. But this is the story of what it said back in the day. Gunplay's wife, Vanshay Taylor Morales, says the rapper held her and her daughter at gunpoint on Saturday night. This was in 2023. Taylor Morales says that she asked Gunplay to turn down the volume while he played Call of Duty as their daughter was trying to sleep. In response, he flew into a rage and pulled a rifle on both of them. I want everyone to know my daughter and I are safe. Okay, so she called the police and all. There was also another video of him outside of her house at some point. Like, I'm really getting aggravated with the way y'all trying to play on everybody's intelligence when it comes to these very obviously weird ass niggas. Hold up. Let me see if TikTok has any old school shit. Because y'all know TikTok be being a better vault for the videos sometimes. Because when I tell y'all the way women were defending Gunplay even back then, it was insane to me. And also, like, her parents didn't want them to be together. He old as fuck. Why would you, like, girl? I remember clocking how fucked up he was based on their maternity pictures. Hold up. What's this?
Baze. I ain't based for 3 days. Nigga, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I didn't feel like basing. Say, fuck that baze shit. Bathing's for busters. Like, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes my ass itch and I ain't bathed. I might scratch it and smell my finger. Y'all don't scratch your ass and smell your finger when nobody looking. You laughing because you fucking know it's fucking true, you nasty booty scratching, finger sniffing.
I mean, if y'all want to act like, hold up. He broke the TV.
Yeah. You threw all my shit, right? All my shit is gone?
Hit me with it. You gonna hit me with it?
I don't touch it.
Okay.
Everything's gone? Is everything, did you
Go
throw out
ahead
my
and
shit?
do what you're doing.
Did you
Please
throw
go ahead
out
and
my
do what you're
shit?
doing.
Did you throw out my shit? You think I care about a charge? Did you throw out all my shit for me wanting to buy another bottle of Hennessy?
Someone please call 911. Someone TV got knocked down with a bullet to the heart. I ain't gonna lie, this ain't even funny. Yeah, I just made a joke right there, but Gunplay, come on, bruh. We all know that. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But you...
So that was back then. I remember that one. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm really at a loss. Let me see. Music that I don't need to be playing.
Defect is because of his drug abuse history. Like, he was the cause of her defect. Y'all could Google this. Anybody who abuses cocaine, ketamine, which he did too, he actually OD'd on ketamine twice. Cocaine, ketamine, all those type of things, like, it causes cognitive, like, disorders and dysfunctions and shit like that. So that's why my daughter's heart was up, and he took it really hard. And I just wasn't with it. Like, I told him once I found out about his history, I was like, look, the moment you start using, I'm out. So I thought giving him that ultimatum was going to, like, keep him doing well. Clear that out the window. Okay, see, someone just said he stopped doing it right before he got with me, but he's been doing that. See, I didn't know that. That's what I'm telling you, I did not know that. I'm just not finding out. And when I did realize he started using, that's when a lot of our fights were starting. I would ask him, like, why are you sniffing like that? He's very yellow, so it's like his nose will be super red. And
So yeah, I know, because everybody likes to blame the young girls for being dumb as if y'all aren't training the young girls to be dumb. That's okay.
Don't change his ways, he gonna hurt your feelings. And just because I'm a friend, that's
Hold up, that's not it. Can we find it? To me, that was another thing. His situation with Miami Tip. That was another situation.
Apologize. You don't have to apologize because you ain't never been nobody that you wasn't.
You ain't gotta tell me that you sorry. Hold up.
and I never got a chance to get to know you. We have never just sat and had a conversation.
See, the thing with me is we talked about my mama and my father. Hold up, so time out. I read it. I could talk about my mama, but somebody else can't talk about her. You know what? When you call somebody crazy, I think you're projecting. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're projecting. And it's not my mama, it's you.
No, it's gonna be you.
I'm good.
Yo, we're good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not even good.
What just happened?
Okay, let's see. What else? Hold up.
You work with Gunplay? Do I work with Gunplay?
Okay, yeah, no, that's when Tip was trying to fuck old girl. I'm trying to see if there was another one I could find, because there's been so many situations over the years. I wish I could find when he threw that table with the girl he was with back then. And all of them be thinking that they know better, and he get off the drugs.
Musty TV with First Lady. I love Gunplay. He was a one-hit wonder. Whatever y'all got to say, stop hating on that man, first of all. Let me say that, okay? Stop hating on that man, okay? What I have to bring to y'all today is pretty much like, allegedly, him and his wife got into it. She's younger than him. Allegedly, he was playing the game. He was being too loud. She was on the phone with her parents, and the baby was asleep. You know, she came in there and she was like, babe, be quiet. Just stop being so loud. You know, the baby, we're gonna wake the baby up. Allegedly, like, she asked him to quiet down. He called her a little attitude. Then she got his phone cut off or something like that. I'm not gonna say she paying his bill, none of that, because I don't know none of that shit. So y'all stop popping y'all shit, because y'all know what the fuck goes on.
Come on, pick me. Come on, pick me. Make sure you got to defend this man at every turn, girl. We ain't even say nothing about it.
Let's say that, okay? Because I'd have been in a relationship to where I had access to our app and I can get his shit cut off, but he was paying the motherfucking bills. So at the end of the day, y'all stop thinking y'all know shit.
As if that matters, girl. As if that matters. You see, this how people be, y'all. This how people be. Like, nigga got all this evidence something wrong with him. Is this the? Let me see. No, that's not it. Damn, I just really would love a clip of when he flipped out and threw that fucking table.
Gunplay is accused of pointing his rifle at his wife and baby. The washed-up Miami-based
Not washed
rapper
up.
was
Y'all hate when they make AI.
arrested on multiple charges, including aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence, false imprisonment, and child abuse. According to reports, the wife of 44-year-old Richard Morales, also known as Gunplay, had asked him to be more quiet as he played Xbox. His loud noises were disturbing their sleeping 6-month-old daughter. His 24-year-old wife claims he lost his cool and pointed a rifle at her as she was holding their baby girl. Gunplay has denied all allegations. He is currently in jail with his bail set at $20,000, but I don't think he is coming out anytime soon, unless they create another GoFundMe, I guess. Gunplay and his wife created a GoFundMe for their baby. She was in the hospital and they could not afford the bill. At first I sympathized with them until I learned Gunplay was gifting Rick Ross diamond necklace. Make no sense. Why are you gifting a grown man a necklace while your family is struggling and pandering to us broke folks? Anyways, his wife spoke up after the arrest. This is what she has to say. I just want everyone to know my daughter and I are safe. My daughter's safety is my first priority. Unfortunately, Richard is back using and developed a very bad drinking problem. I've tried everything in my power to help him and love him. This is a demon he has to overcome on his own. At this point I really believe it's too late. To summarize last night's event, I asked Richard to quiet down as he scared the baby sleeping by yelling playing Call of Duty. He started going off on me for asking him to be quiet. I tried to collect a bag so my daughter and I can go to a room while he sobers up. He didn't want us to leave and things went left fast. He was arrested last night. The weapon is in police custody. I have a restraining order. My daughter is in my custody and I am filing for divorce. He will never get the chance to disrespect us again. Thank you all for the well wishes and prayers. This is a very traumatizing experience. Please keep me in your prayers. I feel sis and I will pray for her, but I feel like she enabled his behaviors and shouldn't have. I went through her social.
Do we see how it doesn't matter how bad he is, we still end up getting to a point where we have to make the woman responsible for his actions? She didn't have to do anything in order for him to be this person. He's 44 years old and she's 24. There is no amount of enabling his behavior that's controlling him. Like this, oh my God, y'all have got to continue. Like, y'all be right there. And then you got to find a reason to make somebody else accountable. You have to find a way to make the woman responsible for how this man is acting. He's 44, she's 24, and we have to find a way. She's enabling his behavior. She used to like him. She was having a good time with him. So that means what? What does that mean? Does that mean she needs to be in trouble too? Like, what do you want to happen to her because of him? It's weird. So I pulled up another old clip from them, from the Jasmine brand in October 2023. It says, as previously reported in August, the rapper's estranged wife, Vanshay, said he pointed a rifle at her while she was holding their 6-month daughter. Gunplay was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and child abuse. Following the crazy incident, Vanshay filed for divorce and got a temporary restraining order against the Power Circle artist. According to new reports, Gunplay skipped out on a recent court date and lost custody of his daughter. Now he's only allowed to see the young child through court-monitored visits or virtually through an app called Talking Parents. It's been reported that he's missed a few other hearings regarding the temporary restraining order his ex currently has against him. And if he misses one more, the order will become permanent. If this happens, he won't be allowed to see his daughter until she's 18. Vanshay has reportedly requested child support. The exact amount will be determined at a later court hearing. Okay, so this is saying that he wasn't even showing up for the court dates. He wasn't even showing up. To me, this is a weird ass. Hold up. Oh, thank you.
It's a safety issue to you.
Remember, we're at the school, okay, guys? Keep it cool. Remember, we're at the school, okay?
You scared of my girl.
I'm scared of your girl.
I got this.
You a girl. Tip you got people here. You can't do that.
This is dumb. Like, I don't know what the man is mad about. I don't know who your girlfriend is. I got a son that's turning 18. Y'all think I have time to be talking about Gunplay's girlfriend, and that sound dumb.
All right, but no more. My girl gonna see you did it. That's it, right? Okay. Promise?
Look at the women trying to calm him down. Look at the women trying to calm him down because everybody's fucking scared.
What the is he talking about? What?
You just asked to call.
Yeah, I was like, yo, let me holler at you. I told her I got the owner of the club stating specifically not to let my girl in the club because you feel that she is a safety issue to you. I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't call her I didn't call her I'm sorry.
I just feel like it's just really immature. It's a time and place for, everything, not at a school.
That was kind of messed up, and it was sad because I really think that we should have done better. It's given ungrateful. It's given y'all don't know what it's like to not have. It's given unappreciative for what you do have.
They're friends. They said they've been known each other since they was 19.
So then you can definitely work it out, and you definitely shouldn't do it at a church.
What is y'all real problem? I'm not trying to be funny.
The man is delusional. Me and him are better than that. I don't know what the his problem is.
I really value our relationship. I'm just disappointed in the way he's going about everything. You're still doing kid, a lot of maturing to do, and I can't associate myself with you.
That's my sister, for real. I respect her so much, and I tell her that all the time. So for her to do that to me is like crazy. It's like, what did I do to you?
You need to give her the chance to explain her thoughts to you.
I'm confused.
Do you think the conversation would have went different if it was just you and her, not a crowd?
He's always a victim. I just want to point that out. He's always a victim. Always a victim. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think it would've went
because
way
I never seen Tip as a person that don't own up to her bull.
Yeah.
Gunplay is a very close friend of mine. We actually met 4 years ago on the first season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I've already known that if he was ever to run into Tip, there would be an issue. He has a right to feel the way that he feels, but we're supposed to be giving back, not giving a problem.
Like the first night you came, I got to fight. And I'm not, it was up for me. So I understand, but still, we supposed to be here to be like, trying to bring peace to one another. Be at school trying to paint.
He called me.
Yeah, I wish she would have called you yet.
Listen, we came to Jamaica to squash all the beef, all the bad information, all the misunderstanding. So let's squash this. We didn't come this.
Of course, I just like to watch how these niggas be crazy. Like all the evidence is there that they're crazy. And people still be like, he's not crazy. It's the woman. She has some accountability in this. Like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. He's been abusive. He's been somebody that you can't trust. To me, I feel like that's your regular Miami, New Orleans hood nigga that's completely out of control of themselves, but smart enough to be able to manipulate other people into thinking that they're always a victim. The amount of women, and look at all of those women, y'all. All of those women are problematic as fuck. All of those women are problematic as fuck. Fuck that bitch. Let him talk about that.
You can't talk.
Chaotic saying you can't talk like that.
The
The other men are telling him, bro, you gotta chill out.
How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
She know what's up.
I didn't
Grown
even
ass
know that
man.
Gunplay and I had a problem. Like, I'm really confused as to why I gotta come all the way to another country to find out that this man got a problem with me.
You go holler at Richard.
We can't go out like that. Well, I hate that. I hope that. I don't care about that.
I hate that hoe. I hope that hoe
Grumpy
dies.
Trick Daddy sent me here.
Why bring a demon in here then? That ain't
You
right.
are the demon. You are the demon. Do you see how he is obviously the problem? But everybody's just trying to calm him down and he gets to project and act like the other person is the problem. Do y'all see this shit? Is it just me?
Gotta turn up. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know what Trick Daddy. Hey, Miss Nikki, babe.
That ain't right. It ain't right. But she ain't right. Everybody here right. She ain't right.
And he was like, they not turned up enough. You gotta go over there and, turn it upside down. So, I made my little
I'ma chill on out on y'all face. But y'all better stay around, because if y'all don't, well, it's just like letting a dog off the leash.
I'm here.
He letting you know he a dog off the leash, bitch. Not safe.
Liquor in my system.
My girlfriend will beat the out of you.
Now, why you doing now his girlfriend is Vanshay. Triangulation. He making Vanshay and her have beef. You ain't want to let my girl in the club. I don't even know who your girl is. It's triangulation. But it's him being like a rabid pit bull trying to fight and argue with the woman. Like, I can't show it to y'all because then it'll get, I'll get a copyright strike. That's why I have to cover it. But you can hear it, can't you? Either way, I feel like Richard Morales is a crazy motherfucker. And I feel like we've seen a lot of evidence of that. Like, I forgot there was an episode on that that trip. Remember when they used to take the trips and stuff? And they went on this trip. Hold up, fuck. They went on a trip and he was talking about pimping women out, and it made a lot of the women uncomfortable. Like it made like the women were really uncomfortable, specifically Alexis Sky. Like with Alexis Sky's story, she was just like, he made us feel like really, really uncomfortable. Child, not Gunplay ex-wife tries to make him look bad on social media. It's the craziest thing for me because I feel like these niggas don't need help looking bad. They don't need any help looking bad. They just look bad. They don't need any help. And y'all really be out there acting like somebody has to do some hard work to make niggas that's spazzing it on cocaine. Like, it take a lot to make them look like the bad guy. But I could just tell you, I knew he was going to treat her like shit based on the pictures that they took for the engagement, where she is on the ground and he's standing above her and she's the pregnant one. Anytime I see a woman kneeling before a man, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm just letting y'all know. I was trying to see if I could find any other old clips, but this is something I'm actually gonna have to, like, go out and search for and pull up my damn self and then run the episode back and then post the shit myself. Like, I'm gonna have to go look for it myself, y'all. That's fine. But either way, I still feel like Gunplay arrested.
All
Ladies,
right.
pay attention to how men respond when he is angry. And that's the main thing. If somebody gets angry and starts busting up a fucking television, like, you can't trust that they won't pull a gun or put their hands on you when they get upset. So let's take it back. Okay. Before we move on, I just want to remind y'all, this is him. This is him. This is him this week, a day ago.
On house arrest, 21 months. You out. You was on Love and Hip Hop, thriving, and then boom. The unimaginable, the unthinkable happens. This was from the Miami Herald headline. Miami rapper Gunplay accused of pointing an AK-47 at his wife while she held their baby.
Who does that, bro?
But did you ever think that this is your reality right now?
Yeah. Like, I was just at Fleming Steakhouse the night of, and like a couple hours later, I woke up and I was like in a cell with 2 bologna sandwiches in a jumper. I couldn't understand what just happened. You know what I'm saying? She like just flipped the switch like out of nowhere. And hindsight is 2020. When I just look at overall, I did my research, okay? And the things that she fell under were NPD. That's narcissistic personality disorder.
To me, for him to get his ignorant ass on the internet and try to make her out to be a narcissist is insane to me. Like, literally insane to me. What's insane is that you think we would believe you. That's the first thing. But also, nigga, you mean the 24-year-old? The 24-year-old was being narcissistic and abusive to your 44-year-old ass? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. He got a whole bunch of interviews on The Breakfast Club. He got a whole bunch of issues on, I remember, didn't him and they got into it, didn't they? Because I think it was y'all, the irony of DJ DJ Envy. He called Gunplay out behind them asking for money, and then you giving necklaces to Rick Ross. So then they had to get on the internet and have a full-on, conversation and a back and forth about that. But I just think it's crazy for this man to get up here and lie. I just think it's crazy for him to get up here and blame her. Let me see. We're gonna move on from this in a minute, y'all. I hope y'all fucking with me. I know that y'all don't care about these specific people, but this is an extension of what we're seeing with everybody. There's so much evidence that these niggas ain't shit. And for some reason, there's still people that are making excuses and blaming the woman for whatever happened. And even if you wanted to give the woman her own set of you did this, this, and this, it does not take from the fact that these niggas are unhinged and unsafe for everybody.
Are you ready to break the chain? Atlanta? Rick Ross was arrested. Now his wife, right, who was the mother of his young daughter, came out the other day and left a lengthy message on social media pretty much saying that, and this is all alleged, right, that Gunplay was playing a video game. She asked him to be quiet because the baby was sleeping. That's when she's saying that he snapped, pulled out a gun, pointed it at her and the baby while she was holding the baby. She's also saying that he is pretty much back on a crazy drug binge and that she's looking for a divorce. Well, more information came out today, right? And she is pretty much claiming, right, that Gunplay choked the young baby. Now, again, this is messy. It's disgusting. And there's probably a chance that they get back together. But she went on to say, I hope the justice system doesn't fail another black woman and child. If they do, he will still never be able to be around me or my child. It doesn't matter however you spin it. Pulling a gun on your family and then choking a child in the midst is unacceptable. And she put this up on her Instagram the other day. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. This makes me sad as I don't know what. Because if you don't know, we had Gunplay. He's a friend of the show. I'm not a personal friend of his, but he's a friend of the show. He always came through, was very candid with us, talked about a lot of things. One of the things that we talked about, matter of fact, we were one of the first people that had him after he cut his dreads off. And what he talked about when he cut his dreads off was like, look, this is the new me. You know, I'm cutting off all the old stuff with the dreads. I'm married. I got a child now. Like, this is the new me.
He's rebranding.
Well, it appears that, and this is only alleged, that he may have got back into drugs and alcohol again, which, you know, happens once you become a self-admitted addict like he is. You got something called a relapse. Sometimes you'll relapse and you'll go back and start using, and maybe he's in that vicious cycle right now. But if this is true, there's no excuse for threatening or putting your hands on a child right now. And that's what his wife is claiming right now to the world. Now, why is she coming out? Why is she speaking? Maybe she's in fear. Maybe she thinks people need to know. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know the situation personally, so I'm going to kind of refrain to really.
But yeah. Okay. So, and that, I forgot about him choking the baby. I forgot about that shit. I don't know how I forgot about that shit. You know, it'd be so much stuff going on. But yeah, allegedly he also choked the baby. And when you put that into perspective, about how he felt bad because his drug use caused the baby to have the issues that the baby had, I felt like it would make sense. It would make sense.
Well, he actually grabbed my daughter by her neck while she was on my hip, pulling her, trying to take her from me. I'm like, you're choking her. She started screaming, and all I heard was my daughter stop crying. When I heard that, I don't know, I blacked. I'm like hitting on him. I'm like, let her go. Like, you're choking him, screaming, someone help me. Like, my baby's not breathing. Like, I didn't know what was happening. She just stopped crying. Able to get to the police. Child Protective Services had a representative come out. Medical examiners came out. The ambulance people came out. At the time, my daughter had like marks all over her neck, some of her head, her arms, her knees, obviously because of the fight. She had a scratch down her face. So she was very lethargic. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? She already had a collapsed lung. She already had like, obstructed airway from the ventilator being too long. Is she okay? I had to take her to the doctor, make sure she was okay. I had to constantly take her, like after that, like a week later, I take her back so medical examiners can like redocument the program. So he actually
Oh yeah.
there is a house. So he actually grabbed.
I probably did. I'm gonna search my own shit later on and find when I talked about the shit, because I remember I talked about this shit too. I looked at the interview and all of that. We're gonna move on, but I do feel like it's some type of concerted effort to attack Black women. And the soft spot for us is the way we are abused by our community, by the men in our community, by the people that we allow close to us. They abuse us. And then when we get away, or whenever, we finally gotten to some type of safety, people are on the internet telling you that your story is not your story, and that, it's all a lie and it was all you. And I just have to ask, so why haven't we seen her doing any wild shit? Why have we only seen you tweaking? That's another thing. Like, if y'all pay attention, what happens when these women separate from some of these men? What happens? Usually the women go and try to like either fix their lives or go to another, relationship that might feel healthier for them, whatever. But the men are still going around doing the same thing to all the women. Like the men are still doing the same shit. They just pick another victim. That's all. So y'all, we talked yesterday. I talked to y'all about Cooking with Kaya and how I did not like the way people were responding to the young lady. I told y'all that. I feel like people are always trying to make it okay for the abuse of Black girls, even other Black women. Yes, especially other Black women. And it is because I'm now starting to see it's like you don't love yourself, so you can't possibly extend that love to somebody beyond yourself. Like, that's just really what it is. It's very simple when you really think about it. But y'all been attacked. I feel like they was attacking her for the shit with the boyfriend. Before that, y'all was attacking her for saying she was gonna take y'all man by twerking and cooking in the kitchen and all of that shit. She also was somebody I feel like was paid to come out and speak on behalf of DDG. So I have a lot of reasons to, look at this young girl as somebody that's, ignorant or stupid or whatever. Like I have reason to like dislike her, but I don't, because I just don't care like that. I feel like all the young girls are having similar experiences. So once you realize that there is a point in time between the ages of like 18 and 26 where you really don't know your ass from Shinola, you don't know shit from shingles, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You just have all of these strong emotions and hormones, and you're in a world that has already been basically predetermined for you. So I give the young girls the benefit of the doubt, because I remember what it was like not knowing, not understanding, not being clear. And the reason why they're not clear is because the socialization, how they're raised, how they're taught to sacrifice themselves and only lean on their looks because y'all don't care about nothing else.
All the hate and everything, like nothing affects me no more. Like it's like I have no feelings no more.
Nobody playing that.
All the hate and everything, like nothing affects me no more. Like it's like I have no feelings no more.
And that's not good. That's not good. That's so not good. It's so not good, y'all. Look, somebody said, and this is what I be talking about when I say I can't stand like some of you bitches, because y'all really have no empathy whatsoever. No, she did this to herself. Laughing emoji. That's another thing. All of you, you hoes that think all of these things are so funny, y'all hoes are weird. And I feel like you think that you're better or you're higher because you find these very sad, fucked up things funny. Okay, girl. She had the fake boosted take your man confidence, and now that hers is gone, she want to cry wolf. Girl, please. Next. That was Thanksgiving. I don't know what this person is on, but I feel like if you can't look at this girl and see that her pain is real, and that just because she did a shtick on the internet doesn't mean that people should be attacking her. And I think she's probably really emotional, not just because of the way people attack her for what she does on, Cooking with Kaya, but even more so, I believe it's because of that nigga that said that she embarrassed him at the Kaya Sanat shit. She built her image around negativity. She's also a kid. She's also a kid. And do you know how many people's images are built off of negativity and they're doing fine? Y'all pat that behavior on the back. Hello, Zeus Network. Like, y'all act like this society doesn't create the gratification from negative images. She lost her sister, and that's why she started cooking. She's still grieving, and she's literally only 21. People need to take a joke. It was never about the man. It was about the content. She needs a friend like me who will curse everybody out and not play about her. Yeah, let's get into it. Success and beauty breeds jealousy. She'll soon realize, get over it, and move on. No, she won't. No, she won't. She's 21. She'll have to deal with this for a large part of her life as a woman. And it is going to take a lot of inner work in order for her to be able to combat how often people are going to be hating on her. How often people are going to try to humble her out of nowhere because they know who she is and she don't know them. she looking at us like we did it. I think y'all act like y'all don't know what this is. This from a live, right? So if she's looking at the camera, she's not looking at the camera. She's looking at the chat. She's looking at the things that people are saying. I think everybody needs to, once again, find some fucking empathy for people that's not really hurting anybody. Because y'all find it for people that's actually accused of abuse all the time. Y'all find sympathy and grace and understanding for a nigga that's been accused of knocking a bitch over the head every fucking second of the day. Y'all finding a way to make excuses for that. The girl get up here and say the bullying is becoming too much because she's getting more and more eyes on her. And y'all like, oh, she asked for it. That's what she wanted. No, bitch. You really think the 20 to 19-year-old knew what it was going to feel like on the other side of getting the fame and the money? Or the notoriety and the money? Whatever the fuck y'all want to argue about semantics in the comments and shit? I'm still going to look at the young girl like a young girl that needs guidance and empathy, especially from women that know better. And a lot of y'all showcase that y'all don't know no better, no matter how old y'all are. And that's sad. So let's move on. Where is the Duke Dennis of it all? Because I wanted to come back to Duke Dennis. So remember last night on the Ooh Ladies First Panel, we were talking about Duke Dennis. Okay, and how he be out here tricking a girl. So some of the baby mamas, one of the baby mamas specifically, Nick, she was talking. So I want to see what she was saying. Let's see. This is 1 day ago. This is 2 days ago. So let's watch this one first.
Since I'm talking, Duke, frick you. Now I'm on you now. I was going to spare you. I'm not sparing you no more. So that little video that was posted on YouTube, bowling video, yeah, you're a weirdo. It was hella clips, and now I'm gonna dog you. All right, great. So the only reason I was there, that man personally invited me, right? Mind you, you're in the video talking about you're gonna regret the TikTok. Like, you didn't ask to make. Okay, cool, great.
So I missed the beginning of this because I don't know these people, but I'm gonna just let her talk.
So, the little ending part that went viral all over TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, that was edited. He asked me, where you finna go? I said, I'm gonna go home. I said, where else would I go? Because where else would I go? Because I'm not going with you. I'm going home. He knows that. Because I'm trolling, like we're playing, like, because we know each other very well. So we're cordial right now because, mind you, I was pregnant in December, y'all, and the only thing that went home was that baby. He didn't give me a single dollar. Cool, great, I got it. I ain't tripping about it. But it's. And honestly, since I'm talking, Duke, got it. Send my flight. Send me the money. Anyways, then he just started trolling y'all. Like, he did not want to give me the money for this. Like, I don't get it. Like, you literally just freaking had me crisscross a freaking pretzel and nutted in me, but now you don't want to send me the money. I'm just so confused. Like, was never sent. Kept on, I'll just bring it to you in person. I'll bring it to you in person. What the frick? You don't got Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal? I got it all. So I'm not being the nice baby mama. It's crazy. Nothing. I gave him 4 days. Let's see. I didn't even respond. I'm waiting. Honestly, you're joking. I don't know what you got going on. Like, talking about I've been working. You don't do that much. You don't. I know you. You don't. When I went to my procedure, y'all, I sent it. Nothing. I said, yeah, you're a weirdo. Time I didn't see it, I'll send it to you. Still to this day, not a dollar. All right.
So that was just her saying, you got a bitch pregnant. You said you was gonna pay for an abortion, and you never sent the money, and then you laughing like the shit is funny.
You know what? Why am I holding stuff back? You know what? Back. Mind you, somebody DM'd me today, and it was a random girl. Y'all always talking about these. Oh, y'all talking about me. I'm OF. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Okay, right. Bet. Oh, it's not just me, boo. Also, inseminating other ones that buying their flights and everything. Cool, great. And he had somebody else. But he paid for her abortion, but not mine. But it was already one of his BMs. Anyways.
Well, he know what he doing. Child, I saw somebody earlier say that he around here getting all these hoes pregnant, lying to him, and he really don't even like girls.
Well, not mine.
Of course, there's always somebody trying to make the women responsible for these men, like purposefully going around and getting women pregnant so that they can prove they're straight. Duke Dennis is also a part of Kai Cenat and all of them, like, a part of their clique on social media and on, streaming and shit. And it just kind of makes me feel like all y'all niggas are probably gay. Like, y'all are like a whole bunch of gay niggas using women as a tool to get in good with other niggas. Like, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like y'all are out here just kind of building these repertoires of I am the toxic, you know, I do whatever I want. I impregnate women. Women want me, but I'm also a fuck nigga. So I'm showing y'all how I don't give a fuck about these women or these babies so that y'all will know that, yeah, I'm fire. I can get the women, but I don't really want them. I want you. I want you.
Time ago. But, you know, unfortunately, that option has been taken away from me at this point. It's been taken away from me at this point because y'all keep harassing, you know what I'm saying, the mother of my kids and, you know, being very, very weird. And this is exactly what I wanted to protect them from all along. And this whole time y'all been, you know what I'm saying, trying to dig into like part of my life that y'all was never invited in, like from jump. And but now that like it's affecting like, you know what I'm saying, they well-being and like they getting like threats and like being called names and shit.
I remember that. Showering together.
That was my like main priority from jump. Just I never wanted them in this long time ago. But you know, unfortunately, that option has been taken away from me.
Okay, so he's just making it seem like the viewers are attacking his BMs. But from what my understanding is, he was telling the girls to keep it cute and keep it on the low, and he would take care of them, and then he wasn't taking care of them. And then they got tired of staying quiet about it and decided to put him on blast. And then, you know, of course, everybody's like, you know, it's your fault. You shouldn't have let him get you pregnant. Now you want to put him on blast? You know, all of that shit. Y'all do all of that weird shit. You know, y'all make excuses for these niggas. Hold up. Because I thought I had some other, I might have just looked that one up and didn't actually save it. But yeah, it was other baby mamas coming out and they were all saying that he, you know, he has these babies and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't show up for them. And I'm like, that's not a surprise. That's what everybody's doing. That's what everybody's doing. That's why we always keep telling y'all, stop having babies for these niggas. Stop it. Stop. And we know y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do, but we just trying to give y'all the game of what it's gonna turn into on the other side of it. And y'all don't be wanting to believe it. Y'all think that y'all are gonna escape it, even though it's happening all around you and shit. Shout out to the young girls that are smart enough to see this shit and be like, nah, I'm straight on that. I'm straight on that. Because trust me, these niggas are trying to trap these girls with babies. Please don't misunderstand. I know a lot of y'all think that the girls are trying to trap nobody's trying to trap these niggas. These niggas are trying to trap women. Because at the end of the day, even if all else fails and they lose their money, if they lose their fame, they'll always have a baby mama that's at some point gonna pull herself up by her bootstraps, make a comfortable life for her and the child, and then he'll be able to reap the benefits of whatever lifestyle that the child has become accustomed to if he needs it at some point. Like, please understand, when niggas have babies with women, it's because they trying to either create an image for themselves or they are looking for a house they can go to if and when they need it. Like, niggas just be trying to use you. Like, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all. Okay? But just a little, you know, more on Duke Dennis weird ass. Okay. Let's go to Brian McKnight. Y'all know we was talking about Brian McKnight and his problematic ass yesterday. Okay? And we talked about him previously on my channel as well this week. If y'all have not seen this week's lives, make sure y'all check them out. Because the bitch is out here working. I got work to do. I got a gig. Child, I was looking at the comments the other day. Yesterday, I think. And I saw somebody talking about how much I sing. Like, you got to sing that long? And I'm just like, girl, what in the 2012 is going on here? People have not been in my comments complaining about me singing since like what, 2012, 13, 14, 15, like the first few years of me doing YouTube. People would complain about that shit all the time. And then they either just fell off, right? At some point, I allowed people to kind of bully me into stopping. And then I would see other people singing on their fucking videos, whether they sounded good or bad. And y'all hoes was in the comments eating that shit up. And so I was just like, I'm going to stop changing myself for weirdo commenters that are just mad that I can do a whole bunch of shit really well. Because I do think sometimes motherfuckers just be mad. This bitch can sing too. Yeah, ho. Yeah, I can. And I'll sing for as long as I want. I will. If the spirit moves me, bitch, I will sing. You ain't gotta like it, but I don't have to not sing neither. Smokey Robinson. Don't make no, the way I was cracking up reading some of y'all comments after that, like Smokey Robinson. Listen, I sing because I'm happy and because I'm free.
I did receive out of the blue a text from him about a year ago when our son Nico was, going through his healing process. So I did get a very, very, very negative text from him during that process. And I'm glad you asked that, because then I can address, he made a comment where he hasn't contacted our son because I left a very, he didn't say harsh, very aggressive voicemail. And in a way, I will say that that is true, because once the text was received, I did make it very, very, very clear that this type of negativity is not what's going to be allowed in this space. And if this type of negativity is what you're bringing, do not bring it here. If you would like to be helpful, if you would like to be a part of this, no problem. Now you know how to reach me. But this is what we're not going to do. So I guess it was harsh.
Well, and is that the incident that we read about on social media and in entertainment blogs, where I think that he made mention that you basically said stay away?
Yeah, he said his words were that I told him to stay away. What he was told was not to bring that bleep into this situation. The moment that he said that they were born out of evil, they were born out of sin, the moment that he said they're the way they are because their mother raised them, absolutely. And I thank God. So at that point, he essentially just handed full everything to me, which I had. So yeah, if I'm protecting my son and my daughter in love, you will not do this in this space. And yeah, he was told that. Now you're more than welcome to be a part of this in a positive way. But once the text was sent, it was, oh no, thank you. No. But he is still welcome. Just you have to come in the correct way.
But I want to bring the bleepity bleep bleep bleep. I want to be welcome and bring the bleepity bleep bleep bleep.
No.
And you're not allowing that.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
I know that's right. You're not allowed to bring no bullshit over here. Okay? And then he was online, and then this is how you could tell that she was doing the right thing. And he really is bothered by the fact that he doesn't get to pretend to be the bigger person. I think he thinks his religion and his proximity to whiteness through a Hawaiian woman makes him feel, I think she's Hawaiian, Polynesian girl. Look, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. The lady is of like Asian descent, but y'all know the tropical Asian girl, not the cold white Asian, the brown warm Asian girl. Okay. Like, and that's still proximity to whiteness for Black men, right? Any type of exoticness is proximity to whiteness for Black men. And I think the way he described here, hold up.
Thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I
read that and thought that was a hit when he said that. No, the good times. Like, nigga, fuck you.
spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear.
See, that right there. That's what I was waiting for. To the self-proclaimed mama bear. It gives immature. I would never put my kids' needs ahead of my own, but I also hate you for actually being the good person that I pretend to be. And I hate that you were able to be the bigger, better person and protect our children from me in this situation, because I want to be the one that looks like I'm better than everybody all the time. That's what that was. It just me? But it definitely was giving bitch ass nigga. I'm mad because this woman is protecting my child from my narcissistic abuse that I would like to give to him as he passes on. Child, self-proclaimed mama bear is so wild. Like, even you saying that in a woke, in a very passive aggressive, snarky way. Like, that lady burying her son, and that's how you talk about her. Brian McKnight is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, and we're not coming up off of it. You're a dookie bag. Okay? You're a dookie bag.
You raggedy bitch.
Okay? That's you. That's you. That's you. Gunplay? Gunplay?
You raggedy bitch.
DDG?
You raggedy bitch.
I can keep going. I think I will. Who else I want to do that to? Diddy?
You raggedy bitch.
Okay. Who else? Who else needs it? Who else needs it? Where here. Britt Edie.
You raggedy bitch.
Okay. Offset needs it. Who else? This is who I actually got it for, though. Miss Milagro? Oh, she's the one that I actually pulled this clip for.
You raggedy bitch.
Okay. I want y'all to be told that you're a raggedy bitch by an archetype of the man that you love to defend. Raggedy bitch. Okay, before we get to Diddy, I want to do this right quick. Let's just watch, because I haven't formed an opinion quite yet, but I think I know how I'm going to feel.
Quavo, I know you're taking a shoot. Can I have a picture, please? After you finish? He said after he finished. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he poured her a drink.
Yeah, bless you too, but don't do that. Don't do that. Because of me, that's because of you, so don't do that.
Okay. So she mad she didn't get the picture, right?
Somebody else, don't do
So
that.
let's keep it a buck. Let's look at it from both sides. The black woman is saying, I wanted to get a picture with you. I waited. The white woman walks up, and not only do you, do all of this open arm shit, but you give her a drink and all of that. And then when it's time for me to get my picture, you still walking past me. So black woman, this is when you need to realize that you have to stop wanting pictures with these niggas. Like, why would you want a picture with this nigga? That's when you need to realize, maybe I want pictures from people I shouldn't want pictures from. Because I think a lot of y'all get caught up in people being celebrities. And it's like, it doesn't matter who you've seen them to be. It doesn't matter who they are. They're a celebrity. So you're going to go out of your way to be a fucking fan of a disrespectful, colorist nigga that is on a beach and wants the white people to know he's not a threat. So when the older white woman comes walking up to him, he's going to show her all of the kindness and consideration because it's funny and cool for the white people to like people like Quavo. But see, you bitch that's actually paying and fighting with other women in comments to defend him because you think he's so fine, he'll play you fucking dust. He'll play you fucking dust. And that's the reason why We tell y'all stop doing all of this shit for these stupid ass niggas. I'll never forget when after the shit came out with Diddy, they had raided his house and him and Stevie J was walking on the beach, and the way some of them raggedy bitches was running up trying to get pictures and shit with him. I'm gonna need for y'all to stop being so fucking thirsty. Yeah, you're right about him. But instead of you trying to make him out to, oh, look how terrible he is. How about you clock it and stop trying to take pictures with these raggedy niggas?
You raggedy bitch.
Stop playing yourself. That was you playing yourself. Why the fuck would you stand around and wait? Man, let me tell y'all something. There are some people out there that I would go up for, but my ego is too big for that. My ego too big for that. I remember... and I got to do better about this, but my ego is too big, bitch, I'm not about to do all of that for you. Like if I get an opportunity, it's somebody I like and I want to say hey and I get the opportunity, that's great. Please don't misunderstand me. If I like somebody, I want to say hey too. But I'm not about to be standing on the side, not enjoying my fucking vacation so I can get a picture with this weird ass nigga. I've been around Will Smith. I've been around shit. Mos Def. I've been around Spike Lee. I've been around, shit, Morris Chestnut, Marlon Wayans. There are so many people that I have been around in the business, and at some point, yeah, you might have a respect for that person, so you want a picture with him, but you're not about to go out of your way and do weird shit for it, because at some point it's cool, it's all right. It ain't even about all of that. It ain't worth all of that. Do better, women. Do better so you don't end up looking stupid like that. Do better. That feeling that you felt when that nigga passed over you. Hello. So, because 50 Cent ain't shit either, he decided to out his baby mama as the Jane Doe in the court documents from Diddy's trial yesterday. Everybody know about Daphne Joy. And I think, I wasn't thinking about it, but I know Daphne Joy. I also feel like her point of view on the situation makes so much sense to me. First of all, even like I already know you're primed for abuse. Like you're primed to be a victim of abuse. You're a beautiful woman. You're exotic to these niggas, and you was already with 50 Cent. So you're primed for abuse. So of course Diddy was like, "Oh, you already got abused by 50 Cent. Oh yeah, I'm the savior nigga. He was mean and crass. I'm gonna be smooth and nice until you don't want to have sex no more." And everybody, "Oh, she was an escort." Was she an escort? And also, I don't know if y'all noticed, but there are so many times y'all call women hoes, and women still don't want to be touched and fucked on by everybody. They still don't want that. Like, even if they are a hoe, I saw Megan Thee Stallion moving somebody's hands. I saw India Love moving somebody's hands, because niggas will always try. They will always try some woman. They will always try some woman, no matter who she is, no matter what type of woman she is. They will always try. And that's why you got to stop giving stupid niggas the benefit of the doubt. I love Matthew. I just saw a clip of him the other day talking about how crazy it was that Scream is 30 years old. I just saw a clip of him. I love Matthew Lillard. Okay. So my girl Demetria has not put up her second part, and I read this last night. I really want to go and do some deep diving on my own just to see some other shit that was going on. But 50 Cent is basically being a jerk, like he always is. And I think people sometimes think because he doesn't like Diddy, that means he's not a bad guy. He's a bad guy too. He's a bad guy too, girl. But he basically let everybody know that, it was his baby mama that was Jane Doe. And I feel like that's fucked up. Like, yeah, we could have figured it out, but you pointing it out is now, I think, even more so putting a target on her back. And to me, her story was very believable. What we read in the court documents, just to sum it up if you missed it, is that she talks about how she enjoyed their sexual relationship. The first time he brought up, her fucking other men, she thought it was just a fantasy. She thought it was just something that they were pretending, role playing. And then he brings it up. And before she has an opportunity to say no, he already calling a nigga to come, right? She talks about how at first it was great. She enjoyed it. But then it became all the time. All the time. Long when she said they was fucking for 12 to 14 hours or some shit like that, I said, oh, that was only because you were on drugs. No woman can keep that up forever because we actually have parts that become like swollen, raw, way too sensitive for comfort. So for me, she was with Jason Derulo too. Oh, child, that's another red flag. That weird ass nigga. That's a red flag too. But yeah, like I definitely feel like 50 Cent is being a terrible human being, further victimizing his baby mama. Y'all are gonna view the baby mama as somebody that's just always trying to be with some famous rapper. But you should also ask yourself, like, when you look like her, and niggas are always applying pressure. And I just told y'all about, we played the video from the lady talking about how men, ignoring your boundaries is not a good sign. We think it's a good sign. When I was growing up, somebody ignoring me, telling them no, even though in the moment I hated it, it made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why you keep trying to holler at me, even though I'm telling you no. Eventually, what it gave was, oh, this is somebody applying pressure. This is somebody trying to show me that they really, really like me because they're not taking my no for an answer. Now that I'm an adult, and I feel like, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's not the case. Because as a grown woman, I don't want to make anybody feel like that. If you tell me no, I'm backing up off you, bro. I don't ever want to feel like you don't want my attention. That's weird as fuck to me. Like, that's not ever what I always want it to be mutual. I always want it to be something that both of us are enjoying and both of us want. So now that I'm an adult and I look at it like that, and I say I'm interested in somebody and they want me to chase them, this is when I recognize that they want toxicity in that relationship, and that's going to make me not want the relationship. I'm 37. So to me, I feel like men who pay attention to women and study women as a way of life so that they can manipulate them, they know that too. They know that and they don't care. They know that and they don't care. Like, the fuck? All these niggas ain't shit. And even if these women are taking advantage of these ain't shit ass niggas, it doesn't change the fact that the women are just being switched out and the men are the ones with the power and the men are the ones still being able to harm people, whether they asked for it or not, whether they knew what they was getting into or not. They still doing it with everybody that they coming into contact with. That's the fucking problem. Wake the fuck up. Taraji is talking about Tyler Perry. And as much as I love me some Taraji, I feel like she about to make me upset.
Breathe light into those characters because I feel like those characters are real.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry didn't just pull this out of the sky. Mm-hmm. These women exist. These people exist, and they need to see themselves, and they need to know that they're not alone, and that people do see them.
Does it make you mad when people tell
yes,
tell Tyler?
But it needs to be done in a healthy manner that doesn't reinforce whatever the negative stereotype is. And Tyler Perry shit can sometimes reinforce the bad behavior versus shining a light on it so that we can heal from it.
Pray to stop showing those women on camera.
I think that's their own traumas triggered because in the community, Black community, we don't deal with it. You know what I mean? So if you're forced to look at it often, you will be triggered. So the first thing you're going to want to say is, I don't want to see it. But there are people out there that need to see it. Mm-hmm. He's forcing real conversations in the community.
How do you not fight somebody over Tyler?
How do I not?
How do you not fight? Because they attack Tyler a
got
lot.
security?
No, I mean, not like that. Not like that. But,
no, that's a signifier of the way DJ Envy always feels like somebody needs to be defending. Somebody needs to be protecting an image of a fucking man. That's why he one of the main people defending Diddy.
Online, because
he's masking it, but please understand he's defending Diddy.
Does so much for people, and he's so good to especially our community. And I think a lot of times people don't see that. And even people that he doesn't know, excuse me. He helps so much. He talks to, he guides, he mentors, and you guys are so close. How do you not just say, sometimes I got to black out on somebody?
Because his action speaks louder than the haters. Because this man owns a studio. What you got? Mm-hmm. Every raise that I've gotten, and
this
how
man owns a studio. What you got? Us valuing money over everything is a problem. I just want to say that. Like, I understand what she means. I'm not stupid. I do recognize that once you've acquired something in this life, you do often have a better perspective or understanding of things than people who are on the internet just wanting to be contrarian and bitch and moan about something. So please don't misunderstand me. But there are those of us that are educated, that are smart, that have seen movies and books and read media and take in a lot of media, and we can still see the corners being cut, the pitfalls, the exploitation that is happening in the Tyler Perry realm. And so calling those things out and being rebutted with he got money and you don't is like immature. It is. It's immature. It's immature. And it's whack. And it makes me feel like because she has been mistreated so heavily, anytime somebody's doing right by her, it makes her feel like she needs to pop out and defend them. And I get it, because it's hard to make good money in this industry doing what you love. And I'm not always, I'm not saying that Tyler Perry shouldn't be making content. I'm just also criticizing his content like I would anybody else's, because that's what I do. Okay, we give commentary. So if we are having these conversations, that he's also going to be a part of the conversation. If he wants us to have the conversation, he's also going to be a part of the conversation. So if you want us to actually have these so-called important conversations in the Black community stemming from his movies and TV shows, then we are also going to back it up. Okay, so why is the creator always expressing himself in this very lower level way? Yes, these stories are happening, but there are ways to give us the ending that or the understanding that will help somebody gain something that will help them move out of these situations, versus making them think that this is just the way shit goes, so you should just expect it. He makes a lot of allowances for bad behavior in some of his shows just by perpetuating it and really never offering us the smarter version. That's another thing. It'd be different if we're talking about these toxic tropes, but there's somebody combating that with the truth, somebody combating that with a healthier perspective. That's never what's happening. It's never giving you the option of how to get out of these cycles of abuse in the Black community.
And whenever I'm treated the best in this industry, it's always by him. Every raise that I've gotten has come from a Black man, Tyler Perry.
And we're appreciative of that for you, for your individual pockets. We are happy about that for you. But is that translating to Deval? Is that translating to the girls from Sisters? Is that translating? They might be being paid well, but are they being exploited by how they're being worked? I really want us to pay attention to that, because that is a key factor in what makes somebody fucked up, is how they exploit the work system. In a country built off of slavery, you have got to pay attention to when people are treating you like a slave, working you to the point of exhaustion for no other reason than to just have things happening quickly, as if there's urgency around creating a fucking movie. There's no urgency. There's no urgency to create a fucking Tyler Perry show. We could take a few months off before you come back with another show, with another season. Taraji is paid well. People who are already Hollywood stars are being paid well. Yes. But the people that don't have names, how much are they being worked for the money that they making? Because I feel like he's exploiting those people. I do. And I think that he does well by y'all, so that when he's exploiting those other people, you'll be up here on the Breakfast Club telling us that he's a good guy. And I'm not mad at her. I'm really not. I'm not mad. I'm getting tired of women always using their images in order to honestly kind of keep everybody else in bondage as long as they're doing well. Sorry, Taraji, but it's just sad. It's just sad, because I feel like nobody's saying Tyler Perry can't make movies and films, but it's also go sit down with somebody that will help you write better, to stop writing these characters in such a way that just makes women look so stupid, and it's not taking hold of what's actually happening in real life. Because I feel like a lot of Tyler Perry's ploys are still in the early 2000s. A lot of what he does is still in the early 2000s. It's not upgrading. It's not growing. It's not getting to 2025. Stuff is coming out in 2025, but it's the same shit that would have ran and would have did well in the early 2000s. She's a prostitute. She's a stripper. She's a single mom. He's abusive. He ain't shit ass man. He got a good job. He a blue collar man. He nice. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. That's all. That's all. And it would be cool if you would grow and evolve in your artistry, not just in how much you're able to do, but in the actual subject matter of the artistry. Right? That would be nice if you would do that. But I also feel like people should be able to do their niche, but we should also be able to critique, because you're going to get better movies from Ryan Coogler. You're going to get better movies even from Spike Lee. You're going to get better versions of film by other Black directors, and we love them too. We can like some of the stuff that Tyler Perry does and still point out that he's always cutting corners, that he's always doing some cheap shit while also claiming to be so rich. But he's always doing some cheap ass shit. And that a lot of the times feels exploitive. It feels exploitive. And we got to start clocking that, because that's a problem to me. That's a problem for everyday people to be exploited on the job. You trying to work and take care of yourself, your family, trying to make your dreams come true, and somebody's exploiting you. And y'all are like, well, he paying me good, so yada, yada, yada. Like, she literally went from speaking out about the way the disparages in the way women are paid in Hollywood to now telling us to shut up about Tyler Perry because he pays her well. Like, okay, girl. It's showing DDG instead of Gunplay. Thank you for the membership. I don't know why I was doing that. Kia M, thank you for the super chat. Great live, Bondi, per usual. F them haters, keep singing Smokey Robinson. And I will. I don't give a fuck. We're past that. You just screaming to the top of your lungs in my comments, bitch. Smokey Robinson. Oh no, that's Mo. Thank you for the super chat. I'm part of the fashion union. Once a series is done and Tyler has availability, none of us want to book with him. He pays nothing and the hours are long and rushed. Yeah. Yeah. Now it's just, I don't like it. And then y'all was mad at Monique for saying something about what he said down to the Angie Stone feud. Like, stop making messages and grand gestures that you really don't believe in or that you really don't follow through with. That's all, man. That's all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, though, because that's what y'all gonna do anyway. Shout out to Jamie. Let me see. I think there might have been something else that I wanted. Okay, we needed to go to Britt Eady, right? So, girl, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Britt Eady is suing Bravo TV, but falsely yet unmistakably implied that the graphic sexual photograph displaced by Kenya was her. $20 million in damages, demand the immediate removal of the episode from public access, defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and sexual harassment. This is so stupid to me. Because it's like, oh, that wasn't me, but I need y'all to pay for the fact that everybody thought it was me. Because it could have been you, bitch. Girl. As everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5, that photo was not me. Yeah, so now she's suing Bravo. That's what it seems. It seems like she's suing Bravo, girl, because they let it play. Let's see. I'm speechless with this season. And Kenya with these fake receipts don't surprise me. Girl, shut up. Like, Marlo, seriously?
You raggedy bitch.
Each is absent for different reasons, a source tells People. Edie skipped the taping on her own accord amid a falling out with her co-stars, while a second source says Moore was not invited by Bravo to participate in the reunion. Yeah, no, I actually feel like Britt Eady is one of those people that is built on the delusions that she's created, and it's very hard for her to stand in all of the things that have taken place during the season. Like, what happens at reunion shows you have to be held accountable for the shit you was lying about during the season. And so now you're running. Keep on running in and out of my life. I need to have you as my lover and I. Oh, baby. Don't keep running. Cause my heart, come on, people, is yearning for your love. Come on. Don't keep running. Okay. Keep on running. You can't keep running in and out of my life. Keep running. That's for whoever don't like me to sing, girl. That's for y'all. All right. I think I'm done. Girl. I think we did a good show. Your love. Okay. My heart is yearning for yours. Let me inside your love. I don't know, my camera not working, y'all. Oh, my heart is yearning for yours. Let me inside your.
You raggedy bitch.
I just wanted to do that for fun. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.